I only mentioned that Donny of Daytona because make sure the Cajuns have been finding whole bunches of stuff. And I did information on our genealogy, and we have a lot of RH. Please visit Donny of Daytona if anybody.
Queen of Memphis. I'm starting to realize why the technology advances so fast from 1080p to 2.7K to 4K so quickly, because especially with cameras and video, because when they chilled out at 480 for a while, not much of a problem, but when everything started being done in 720, that particular pixel rate slows everything just to the right point to where that black hole sun is.
And I've been sitting with the Matt Rogers and other sky watchers. It's the black sun that he notes that people sing about. And here's Chuck Missler speaking on Job. Chuck Missler has a well-known science background.
How fascinating it is that there's so much about light that we don't understand, and that has not just physics, but perhaps philosophical and theological. In James, it says the Father, speaking of the Father of lights, in which there is no variableness or turning. The word there is parallax. And if you have light at infinity, there is no parallax. There is a parallax. It implies an infinite source. And again, these phrases are interesting. But we're off the subject. But God nails Job in verse 19. Where is the way where light dwelleth? I suppose Job said, I don't know. And as for darkness, where is its place? Darkness is strange stuff. You know, the glib answer was the absence of light. Ain't that simple? Verse 20. That thou shouldest take it to its domain, and that thou shouldest know the paths to its house. The whole idea of light's getting even more interesting if indeed the papers by Dr. Barry Sutterfield and Trevor Norman are correct, who have apparently developed evidence that the sea lights were slowing down. Well, that shatters the whole concept of physics. Lots of heat. There's more heat than light, no discussion. Very good. So you don't realize how non-objective scientists are until they get into one of these emotional discussions. Really interesting. Verse 21, knowest thou it because thou wast then born, or because the number of thy days is great? In other words, you know, as far as this stuff's concerned, you were born yesterday, I guess. I had one up here and held it up in the light. It looks like a fogged piece of film. It looks like a darkening state. And yet, the way it's made is that if you have an object and you illuminate that object with a laser, coherent, well-organized light, so the laser illuminates both the hologram. Well, the hologram thus gets the direct laser light, but also the reflected light from the object, but the hologram actually saves in the motion is the interference between the two. So when you see the thing, it looks like just a clouded piece of film until you illuminate it with a laser that made it in the first place. And then what you have is what looks like a window into a three-dimensional space. And to give you an example, let's assume I was wearing a necktie this evening, and I held up a book in front of my necktie. If you took a photograph with a lens, you wouldn't be able to see the necktie because the book's in the way, right? But if you took a hologram, you could move your eye over here and look behind the book and see what color tie was. Or you could move your eye over. In other words, you can look around the object. It's a three-dimensional medium. Now, what's interesting about the hologram, what Alex continued, is that if you see it in natural light, it has no form or comeliness that you would desire. Well, really. Yet, if you illuminate it with the light that created it in the first place, i.e. the Holy Spirit, you see an image. Image of what? Jesus Christ. Now, if you take a hologram and cut, say, a square inch out of it, you don't lose any of the image because you can look around the hole. You follow me? If you have this, say, a 2-foot sheet, it's a hologram, you cut a 1-inch square hole out of it, you can look around the hole. You don't lose anything. You lose a little resolution. Everything else is not quite as sharp. So you get something for nothing. But the point is, it's interesting, the Bible the same way. There isn't any particular doctrine in any particular place. There isn't a chapter on baptism or a chapter on salvation. Every idea is spread, diffused throughout the Bible. If you were a communications engineer, you'd say it was designed for hostile end, because the message is spread over the global spectrum. Spread spectrum techniques is presented. Members of the Association of Old Pros here, countermeasure people. Same idea. And he says so deliberately in Isaiah 28. If I establish my precept line upon line, my truth line upon line, precept on precept, here a little, there a little. God did that deliberately. Why? For lots of reasons, not the least of which I could tear out a page and throw it away. Have I lost visibility of Jesus Christ? No. I may lose a little resolution. I may lose some little detail. But he is, if you are engineers, you know that the hologram is before you transform the image. And it's interesting, the Bible has many
I don't understand why I brought it up. But anyway, I'm going to use your video with Chuck Missler's words. But, so when I started videotaping all this stuff, my house was stolen. But he's fine. And I don't even do it well, and he's got good equipment.